specialize in astronomy.
Hi, I'm Darcy, and I'm a certified pilot.
Hi, I'm Hannah, and I'm a chemist.
A comet is coming and is going to hit in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. When the comet hits, tidal waves will occur along the bordering states' shores that cause floods in the near cities. We will not be able to escape the area by sea because the shores will be dangerous. The sun will become blocked and resources will become more and more scarce. We will find a location to survive without plants, and we will have to find a place that is high elevation. Along with waves, fires will ignite in the exact location the comet hit and spread rapidly because of the surplus of trees in the Dallas area. The floods that were caused by tidal waves will happen fast, but because we have been monitoring this for a while, they will have some time to prepare for the disaster. But once the flood hits, all forms of transportation will be gone and the people left behind will be stuck. Since cities that border the ocean or any body of water already have to prepare for water disasters, they will already be ready for some of the potential issues, but are not preventable. These unpreventable issues will include running out of food and water, houses being completely flooded, the safe haven you fled to being flooded, and the disaster spreading to cover the entire world. If you were to run out of food, water, then you would begin to starve and eventually die. If everyone were to run out of food and water, then the entire species would die off, and there would be none of us. Running out of food would allow the people to be more susceptible to disease. If there were to be an outbreak of diseases, that would prevent them from growing crops, and therefore they would starve, become weaker, and eventually die off. If the houses in which people lived in were filled with water and debris, and they became cut up and injured, then they would have to get medical help. But how would they get this medical help? They would have to find transportation, which would be difficult. And this would lead back to the debris issue and again lead to the extinction of all mankind.
A comet is coming, and if you aren't prepared, you won't survive. Make sure to pay attention to our plan so that you know the key tips to survival.
We've been monitoring this comet now for a while, and if it hits Texas, we have suspected it'll hit the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. And so, yeah, we've been monitoring it.
Once we have received a notification from our monitors that the comet is within close range, we will go by car to Dallas Love Field Airport. At Dallas Love Field Airport, we have a helicopter stored there to fly to our next destination that I plan on flying since I am a certified pilot, and we plan on going from Ursuline to Dallas Love Field by car by taking Inwood, and in case something happens, then we plan on taking Midway instead.
We plan on traveling to Colorado for our safe destination in Beaver Creek Mountain because we'll be highly elevated and won't be affected by any flooding, and we also won't be near any coast, so that will keep us safe as well, and we will be able to get there without having to travel too far. We've been preparing for this type of disaster to happen for a while now, so we travel to our house in Colorado once a month to store more non-perishable items and other goods that will help us remain safe.
This is our pantry where we keep non-perishable foods. We have peanut butter, really good source of protein. We have tons of granola bars. We have other canned foods. We have V8 to get our vegetables in. We have tons of nuts. We have more nuts. We have granola. We have crackers, chips, cereal, juices. We have a ton of stuff that we can just keep here for a year or so, however long we need, and it'll last us a while and we won't starve.
We have loaded up on 65 gallons of water so that we will not run out, and we have some of it stored in water bottles in case we're ever leaving our house. Here are some of our mini water bottles that we have in storage. Whenever we need extra water besides the water that we already have stored, we can gather water from melting snow at the top of the mountain and from nearby rivers and streams and put it into one of our 3 water filtrations. In order to remain healthy and prevent any outbreak of disease, we have 2 large first aid kits in case there are any wounds that people have, and in case anyone gets sick, we have a large amount of antibiotics and many materials that can help with illness. Since I'm a chemist, I'll be able to know which combinations of antibiotics are safe and which are not. We also have antibacterial spray, which is extremely important in case anybody gets any type of open wound whenever they're outside of the cabin to just prevent any type of disease.
This is lye, and this is what we're going to use to keep ourselves clean and to maximize our water. So it's like a powder.
For whenever we leave our cabin, we have gloves and facial masks, so in case we don't get affected by outside diseases and bacteria.
For when the time comes that the sun is completely covered, we have this room with UV lights so we can grow crops and so we can come in here ourselves and receive enough vitamin D. We have been in communication with other preppers for a while now who have houses on the mountain, and we would be able to travel to them by feet in case we ran out of any supplies or needed extra support. In case of an emergency, we have a large amount of weapons in case we needed to defend ourselves.
In case of an emergency, we have security cameras so that we can see if people are coming. In case of an emergency, we have this huge dog right here to protect us. Grrr!
Time is running out!
You have to act now!